Hey everyone. Alright, so in this segment, I'm going to cover 3 Star Wars news stories that came out this week. I wanted to give you guys an update. Everyone is talking about Star Wars right now because Rogue One is coming out in just like 2 or 3 weeks. I already got my tickets. I'm super excited. I do want to start off though, before I go any further, the source or the website I always go to, if you guys are big Star Wars fans, it's a must. You got to go to StarWarsNewsNet.com. These guys, they aggregate various Star Wars news stories, but they also break their own scoops. They're so good. You got to go. If you're a Star Wars fan, StarWarsNewsNet.com. They're like the best Star Wars site. They break all the newest, they break a lot of news scoops, and they're always on top of the newest stories. So just want to let you guys know, just a heads up, I put the link down below if you guys want to check them out. They're awesome. That's where I get all my news for Star Wars. I'm addicted. Okay, so the 3 stories. Number 1 is that Rogue One will not have a opening crawl. Okay, so for you Star Wars fans, you know what that is. It's the text, the little backstory at the beginning, that, you know, the text that travels like this on the screen. Rogue One won't have that, okay? It's going to be a very different Star Wars film. These are standalone films. They're not the saga films. They're not the story of the Skywalkers. So Kathleen Kennedy, who's basically, you know, runs Lucasfilm, she wanted to differentiate between the saga films, which is episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, with the anthology standalone films, which is going to be Rogue One and the new Han Solo movie, and so on and so forth. You know, they're going to keep making these things forever. So she wanted to separate the two. So one way that she decided to do that was to take away the opening crawl for these standalone films. A lot of people are very upset over this. I don't know. I'm kind of bittersweet. I tend to be a pretty open-minded person. So I think that if they can replace it with something else that's really cool, I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that. I'm okay with the saga films having the opening crawl and the standalone films having something different. As long as the standalone films get something that's pretty cool, you know, to replace the crawl, I'm actually fine with that. So that's been the big story. Again, this is not confirmed. This is not confirmed, but it's like, I mean, to be honest with you, it's probably like 90%, okay? That Rogue One will not have an opening crawl, or at least the traditional crawl that we're all used to. So, if you're a big crawl person, sad day for you, but I don't think it's going to really matter that much. I mean, I think it's going to be a great movie regardless of the crawl or not, but it's looking like it's not going to have a crawl. It's looking like it will actually have something totally different, which will be interesting to see how they actually handle that, which I'm actually looking forward to. So we'll see. Again, I have an open mind, you know, wait and see, and just kind of see what they have planned for us. I'm overall pretty excited. Again, it's not going to make or break the film experience for me. Opening crawl or not, it doesn't really matter. But I hope that whatever they do have planned, I hope that it's really cool. And I hope that they can start like a new tradition with the standalone films with some new opening. I think that would be pretty awesome. So that's the news. Rogue One probably will not have an opening crawl. The second story is that Kathleen Kennedy actually wants to have, one of her main priorities is having a female director direct a Star Wars film. I think this is a great idea. I think it's a great idea, and I think it's long overdue. I have 2 names, 2 female directors that I would love to see direct Star Wars films. Okay, so let me know in the comment section what you think about my 2 choices, and then if you have any other ideas of any other female directors, post them down below in the comment section and let me know who you would pick to you know, to direct a Star Wars film. So the 2 names that I would want, my dream directors, female dream directors. First one, Ava DuVernay. Okay, Ava DuVernay. She directed Selma, great movie, and she was talking to Marvel about possibly directing the Black Panther movie. I think those talks fell through. I'm not really sure what happened with that. But go watch Selma. If you haven't seen Selma, go watch Selma and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, Ava DuVernay. She's not only is she a woman, she's a woman of color. Okay, which I think is so important. I think it's very important that we get not only women and people of color in Star Wars movies in front of the camera, but I think it's equally important to get them behind the camera. Okay, so Ava DuVernay is a perfect candidate for that. She's very talented, and I think she'd be a perfect director for a Star Wars film. My number 2 choice would be Kathryn Bigelow. Now, Kathryn Bigelow, she directed The Hurt Locker, okay, and that's a war movie. It's a war movie, and I mean, if you've ever seen The Hurt Locker, first of all, it's a great movie. Second of all, she knows how to do action scenes and direct like a crazy, like crazy battles and stuff like that. I think she would be so perfect for a Star Wars movie. So, Kathryn Bigelow and Ava DuVernay, those are my 2 female directors, my 2 top female directors. So if Kathleen Kennedy, if you're watching this video by any chance, please, Ava DuVernay is my number 1, but Kathryn Bigelow is number 2. So either one, I would be more than happy with. Those are my 2 directors. Now, like I said, if you guys have any other female directors that you would want to see helm a Star Wars film, post in the comment section below and let me know your candidates for the best female director that could possibly direct a Star Wars film. Those are my 2. Okay, so now those are the first 2 Star Wars stories. Now the third Star Wars story that I wanted to share with you is in regards to the upcoming Han Solo standalone film. Now, in regards to the upcoming Han Solo standalone film, Kathleen Kennedy basically said that this is going to be a heist movie, okay, and it's going to have a very Western feel to it. Now, Han Solo, heist movie, Western feel, you can't get more perfect than that. I mean, perfect. I think that's the exact direction they need to go for a Han Solo film. She also mentioned that the artwork and the tone and the style of this artist called Frederick Remington. Google him if you haven't done so already. Frederick Remington. Google his artwork. He does a lot of westerns, and that's the tone. That's like the tone and the style they want to go for this new Han Solo film. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Google his stuff. You'll see what I'm talking about. Kathleen Kennedy mentioned his name, and that's the direction they want to go in. So again, Lucasfilm is actually going in the direction of Marvel. They want to do these anthology films like Marvel. Marvel did the heist film with Ant-Man. They've done like detective shows like Jessica Jones. They've done more like action films like The Avengers. Every film is a little different with Marvel. They always mix it up. Doctor Strange is like a psychedelic. It's almost like Marvel's version of like Inception. It's just this crazy world. They always do something different, and I think Lucasfilm with the standalone movies, the anthologies. So we're talking Rogue One and the Han Solo and whatever else they come up with going forward, they want to do different style of films. So with Rogue One, we're going to get the war movie, the gritty, dark Band of Brothers war movie. With Han Solo, we're going to get like a heist movie with a very cowboy western kind of feel to it. Now no other standalone films have been announced yet, so we don't know what other films are going forward, but so far those are the 2, and I think those are perfect. I think that's what the anthology, the standalone films need to do. They need to give us something different, a different flavor. Same universe, same Star Wars universe, just a different flavor. That's all. just a different perspective. So Rogue One is giving us that with the war movie, you know, boots on the ground, you know, band of brothers, gritty. And then Han Solo is going to give us that with basically like a space western, you know, heist movie. So, you know, Kathleen Kennedy is doing the Lord's work. She's doing an awesome job. I totally trust what she's doing. So far, everything that they've done has been amazing. So we'll see. But those are the 3 Star Wars stories that I just wanted to kind of share with you. Again, StarWarsNewsNet.com. I go to these guys every day. They break a lot of scoops and they aggregate a lot of other news and they put on their site. And they're a great resource. If you guys are Star Wars fans, you've got to go to their site and check it out. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and may the Force be with you. Thank you.